It's the early 2000s, so flick your emo hair out of your eyes, stop listening to Breaking Benjamin for one goddamn second, and check the mail. That's right, your official Xbox magazine is here. Think of this as Microsoft's version of Nintendo Power. It was a magazine full of game reviews and information on what was happening in the gaming world. It was always cool to see a whole magazine dedicated to video games back then. Gaming was starting to become more of a mainstream thing, but it was nothing like it is today. But what made OXM really special is with each issue you would get a demo disc. These discs are chock full of exclusive trailers, gameplay footage, and even downloadable content for certain games. You gotta understand this was before the YouTubes, so you couldn't just look this stuff up. And a lot of people still didn't even have internet at this time. So this magazine and demo disc was the key to learning about upcoming games and trying them out before you bought them. So I've actually got 2 of these demo discs, and we'll be taking a look at one of them today and seeing what content lies inside its shiny silver platter. So today we'll be looking at demo disc number 22, released in September of 2003. You know what else happened in 2003? Saddam Hussein was captured, Michael Jackson was caught tickling little boys, and The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King was released. So what does that have to do with Xbox? Well, the military used Xbox controllers to rappel down the compound Saddam Hussein was in, allowing them to have a successful mission. Military reports also stated that as the soldiers infiltrated this compound, guess what Saddam was watching? That's right, The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. And all of that I just made up, so let's stick this disc in and see what we got. Whoa, this main menu is pretty dope. I mean, it reeks of early 2000s aesthetic, but I was expecting just a list of games. No, this menu has cool animations when you switch between categories, a little preview window that plays a trailer from one of the games on this disc. This is badass. Alright, might as well start from the top. The playable demos. Brute force, here we go.
Welcome to the newly commissioned 23rd Special Forces Unit. Codename Brute Force.
Well, that intro cinematic was cool. Looks like we only get 2 levels in this demo.
The enemy base is well guarded. There are deadly environmental hazards to consider as well. Watch your step. I'm going to guide you through this mission by updating yellow objective markers on your radar. Stay at the drop zone for a basic refresher course if needed. Otherwise, proceed to the first objective marker when you are ready.
I'm always ready. Yes, I know how to play video games, thanks. This might be an unpopular opinion, but you remember how back in like the Nintendo days, games didn't have tutorials? They just let you figure it out, and then if you had trouble you can always check the controls in the game manual? Yeah, I miss that. I'm not completely against in-game tutorials if they're done right, but ones like this where it just continuously pauses the game is annoying.
Looks like you've got company. Get ready. Your radar will track the enemy as red and allies as green. Don't forget that objective markers are yellow.
Yeah, this is your typical third-person action game pretty much. The only thing that sets it apart, I guess, is you have a squad you can control and give them orders like hold position or covering fire. But that's not until the second level. This first level is just you, and your only objective is to kill everyone.
Nice work. We're all done here.
Boom. There. Mission successful. Look at all that sweet cash. I'm not sure what the cash is used for. Probably something not available in the demo. Sweet, we get another cutscene.
We are still analyzing the technology you recovered from Shadoon, but in the meantime, something urgent has come up. The Red Hand is still active on Estuary. They are recording ancient hieroglyphs from the temples and transmitting them to Caspian. We haven't pinpointed where yet.
Why?
And why do we care?
There is power in ancient writing. The power to control spirits.
Enough!
Man, these voice actors are really good. So good, in fact, I looked them up to see who they were. But something very interesting happened when I did that. So I just Googled brute force voice actors. Straight to the point. But the result it gave me was the voice actors from Halo? What? Look, it even says brute force actors right there. And it has the correct game right next to it. Huh? Is there some connection between this game and Halo that I'm not getting? Well, I finally found the actual voice actors for brute force. And apparently I'm not the only one who thought they were good voice actors. Most of these guys have voiced in plenty of games. Like Stephen Barr here voices Rex from the Mass Effect games. Or Susan Eisenberg voicing a lot of the female NPCs from Skyrim. But as for Halo, I cross-checked all the voice actors from brute force to Halo, thinking maybe they had a smaller role as like one of the random Marines or something. I couldn't find anything. The only thing I could find that was remotely similar is in Halo Spartan Assault. There's an achievement called Brute Force where you finish an objective with a brute shot. And I guess the word brute hits a lot of Halo websites as well. But it's just odd that I typed brute force voice actors and the first result was Halo voice actors. But wait, the Halo comparisons aren't over. Apparently when this game came out, a lot of people were hyped for it, dubbing it the Halo Killer. So take a sip of Surge and prepare yourself for some early 2000s lingo as we read this forum post from 2002.
I just read the article in the latest issue of OXM on brute force. Holy cow, it looks good. Just wanted to see what everyone's opinion and anticipation on this is like. Looks to me this may just one-up Halo. Do I dare say that? Yeah, I can't wait for this game. I hope the controls are like Halo where you use both joysticks. Or I hope you can change the settings. Ha! This game is gonna be ill.
I'll be honest, I don't understand why brute force was even dubbed the Halo Killer. Why? Because it's a sci-fi game and you use both joysticks? Because that's the only thing the two games have in common. If brute force was a first-person game, then maybe I could see it, but it's not. Also, why does everything have to kill another game to be good? I've heard the term Skyrim killer used recently with some RPG games. You know there can be multiple good games in one genre, right? Anyways, on to level 2, and here are the other squad members you can play. We've got the standard Marine soldier whose special ability is a berserk mode where he dual wields weapons and does massive damage. The dinosaur man who can turn on predator vision, allowing you to see heat signatures of enemies to spot them easier. And then a woman who's kind of a rogue type character. She can turn invisible for a short period of time, allowing you to do the sneaks. I always liked playing the dinosaur man, mainly because he reminds me of Earl Sinclair from the Dinosaurs TV show, but also because he runs like this. And we actually have objectives for this level. We have to destroy some equipment the enemies are using in this Mayan temple looking thing. It took me a minute to figure this out because the temple is confusing to navigate, but we did it. That's the end of the demo. Next up we have Otogi. And look at this, it's actually a From Software game. Yeah, before Souls games, From Software actually made other games. I know, I can't believe it either. Actually, they made a lot of interesting games back in the day. The Armored Core series, a horror game called Echo Knight, a JRPG called Evergrace. Man, what happened to all these? They look cool. I actually added them to my games I'm interested in list on my phone so I don't forget. I like the style of the main menu, bright colors and cool design. Ooh, that's satisfying. When you select something, this cool water drop effect happens. Do it again. More games need cool menus like this that fit the theme of the game. Hey, it would be better than the confusing Netflix menus we have now. And did you catch that? This game shows the controls before we get into the game, so it doesn't have to pause every 5 seconds. This is better, but the problem with this is, by the time I get into the game, I've already forgotten the controls. Oh, we actually get to pick some gear. Wasn't expecting that. That's cool though. It's giving me a Ninja Gaiden vibe right now, don't ask why. For my weapon, I chose the Golden Dragon because it's a weapon used by court sorcerers apparently, and it just looks the coolest to me. For magic, I chose Phoenix because I like red. And as for accessories, I chose mystical beads because I'm going to shove them in my, it raises my attack power, that's why. Okay, let's get into the first level. Looks like it wants me to collect 3 chalices. Okay, I can do that. Oh hell yes, I love when games do this, where the ground is destructible, so as the level continues, you start leaving massive craters everywhere from fighting. And you can destroy the buildings too? Oh my god, yes. Just, fuck yeah. Any game with destructible environments just make the game 10 times more fun in my opinion. Even if the game turns out to be bad, hey, at least you can blow shit up. Why is this a trend that sort of died after a while? Okay, calling it a trend might be pushing it, but I know a lot of games had destructible environments back then. Red Faction, this game, Battlefield, Black. Hey game developers, bring destructible environments back. I just think over time, gamers got caught up with the graphics and wanting games to look good, so developers spent more time on the graphics than anything else. I mean, first impressions are important. It makes me wonder how much graphics affect the game sales. Like if a game looks really good graphics wise, but overall is a horrible game, does that make more money because all the impulse buyers instantly buy it when it comes out? Compared to a game with average graphics but amazing gameplay? I don't know, but I've met a few people online that if a game has bad or even just average graphics, they won't even give it a chance. Like it physically hurts them to play a game with mediocre graphics. I feel bad for these people.
There is one goblet left.
Oh yeah, we're playing Otogi. I want to talk about the combat. The combat is just fun. There's not much to it. You've got a light attack, heavy attack, and then your magic. But it just has a flow to it. Jumping around, doing flips, fighting in midair, blowing buildings up, and this black thing flowing behind me. I don't know if it's supposed to be my hair or some kind of cloth on my armor, but I like it. It's like if you ever wore a cape, and then when you walk you can feel it flowing behind you, and you just can't help but feel cool. Yeah, I get the same feeling with this. Okay, we got the first 2 chalices, and the last one is down here along with these freaky enemies that use magic too. No problem though. Give me that. Oh shit.
Purify this creature.
Oh, he's tough. Run! Oh man, this is so damn cool. See, destructible environments make parts like this so much more badass. Okay, after some time I figure out he's weak to my magic. Adios, big demon thing. Man, now I really want to play the full game. I might have to buy this one. Okay, maybe not. And this is for the game only, meaning no manual. Or maybe not even a case. The game better be in amazing condition if I'm going to be paying that much for it. Unless it had sentimental value to me, I guess. But I've never played these games before. I just want to play them, damn it. Ah well, maybe one day. Until then, we've got one more demo to play. This last game is one probably everyone knows.
Soul Calibur 2.
And looks like we only get one mode and 2 characters. I almost picked Cassandra but I had to go with my boy Nightmare. I always played him at the arcades because I was an edgy kid and he looks like some sort of demon soldier. You know what? I've never actually looked up what Nightmare actually is. Let's do some Googling. Oh man, the lore on this is confusing. Apparently this sword Nightmare is holding is alive. Yeah, I could have told you that considering there's a big eye in the middle of it, but this sword latches on, corrupting the wielder to do its bidding. That explains why one of Nightmare's arms is all fucked up. I always thought he was just a demon, so that's just how he looked. No, he was once a normal soldier who happened to pick up the wrong sword. Sucks for him. So does that mean when someone picks to play Nightmare, they aren't really playing Nightmare, they're playing the sword? Just some food for thought. So yeah, Soul Calibur is a great game, everyone knows that. This demo lets you fight 4 combatants before it ends. Oh, you guys might have noticed that I skipped one of the demos. That's not because I hate sports games. I was actually planning on playing it and making a joke out of it because I know nothing about sports. But it just freezes and crashes my Xbox when I try to load it. So, oh well. Now before I wrap this video up, there's still one more thing we gotta check out. The downloadable content, of course. You might be wondering how this works since my console isn't connected to internet. Well, I think as long as you have a save file from the game, it updates the save file to add in whatever content you downloaded. Now, I don't have Run Like Hell or ToeJam and Earl, but I do happen to have a copy of Splinter Cell, so at least we can check out what this adds to the game. It says, "The wait is finally over. Cola Cell for Splinter Cell is here, and it's going to blow you away." So what do you say? Let's give it a go and find out what this Cola Cell level is all about.
Fisher, we got an okay from the Joint Chiefs for Ben's daughter's glad.
Crazy.
All you'll need to do is get Mass logged onto his terminal.
Oh, just more of Splinter Cell, I guess. I mean, it's still cool and not a bad level. Apparently this level was cut from the original game, so they finished it and released it later through downloadable content. And in this level, there's a funny message about someone worried night vision goggles is going to give him eye cancer. But I'll be honest. Now, this might be my fault because I'm an idiot, but when I first saw the level on the demo disc, I misread Cola Cell and I thought it said Koala Cell. So I was expecting some completely wacky level where Sam Fisher is on some tropical island shooting koala bears or something. So I felt disappointed when it wasn't that. Anyone remember that Easter egg in Metal Gear Solid 3 where you can shoot the monkeys from Ape Escape? Yeah, I was expecting something like that. So that about wraps it up. And as a bonus, I have all the raw footage of everything that's on this demo disc in a playlist found in the description of this video. And since that Splinter Cell level was a letdown, I'll leave you with a little something to end on a better note. So enjoy, and I'll catch you bastards next time.
So you're an agent, huh? Sure are one brave little monkey. Pretty sharp eyes you've got there. Anyway, I guess we've brought the world back from the brink of catastrophe, and it was all due to you. By the way, we haven't been properly introduced yet. I'm Snake. You can call me that from now on. And you? Interesting. A pair of snakes. Nice to meet you, Snake. I think we're going to get along just fine. Okay. I'm off to Colonel Campbell's place to report on the mission. What are you going to do now? Is that right? Well, I guess that's the way it goes. We'll probably meet again somewhere. Otogi. Okiki. The end.